All right, man. Let's talk about Canelo Alvarez telling Errol Spence in the Breakfast Club that he should take the rematch with Terence Crawford. And I seen some people like Aki was saying that how you gonna tell him to take the rematch with Terence Crawford? He didn't take the immediate rematch with Dimitri Bivol. Me, I think you could put one and one together. I think he wants Earl Spence to be that third fight in that deal because right now as it stands, it looked like just from the outside looking in, and I did hear behind the scenes that it was possibly going to be um it was possibly going to be David Benavidez. Now they was going to insert into that rematch now. So, but I think he probably want Earl Spence to come back and win. So he wants him to come back and win. So Earl Spence could be that third fight in the rematch. So that's what I kind of think he thinking now. Check out the Boxing News playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the Breakfast Club. Um, you know, but let's talk about it. Check out the Boxing News playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Appreciate the love, support. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. So, I mean, like I continue to say about Cuz, was it a hypocritical statement? Absolutely, absolutely. But but um but I just think it was a statement driven by trying to get him in the ring. That's what the statement was driven by. He wants to get Errol Spence in the ring. That's what the statement is driven by. He wants to get Errol Spence in the ring. And that's who he wants to be his third fight. You know, that's who he wants to be his third fight. So I think that makes a tremendous amount of sense from his angle. Now, dude shit, even though he said he don't believe he can bring the media rematch, um, I just think, his agendas is selfish and I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. But I think his agendas is try to get Errol Spence's that third fight. Now, telling somebody to have a media rematch. I think he did immediately rematch Golovkin. It would have been faster if he didn't take if he didn't fail the drug test. So he does have a history at least immediately rematching somebody. Now he never rematched Erislan De Lara. And then after Lara, he never let nobody get in the ring neither. I mean, press him in the press after the post fight press conference because that's how Lara got the fight. Lara pressed him at the post fight press conference. People forget that. He took the microphone in front of the media and disrespected him, and that's why he fought Lara. Ever since then, they don't let nobody get close to the microphone. You see when Demetrius Andrade pulled up on him, how he couldn't get no closer, and the media can get closer than he could. But ain't no shame in Canelo game, man. When you top dog, you got room for error. This is like one of them sayings that they created in one of those sayings that they created where you got to take the belt from the champ. Like if you really look into that saying a lot, um, if you really look into that saying, basically, basically what that really means is basically the champ got room for error. So not only do you got to beat the champ, you got to beat the ref, you got to beat the crowd, you got to beat the judges. Like you really got to beat the champ to get the victory. A true champ, you really got to is you against all odds, like that Tupac song. You know, so that's what it really boiled down to. So Canelo got room for error, bro. Like it or not, you know. And he didn't, I know people gonna bring up, well, he didn't, immediately rematch, you know, um, he didn't immediately rematch Bevo. I mean, shit, we knew what it was. He knew he couldn't win that fight. He knew it. And he knew he shouldn't have took that fight. Instead of giving us the fights that we want, he fucked around and picked the cherry. He picked the cherry. That's exactly what happened. He picked it. He picked the cherry. But um, but I think his motives are kind of different than what Aki was saying. I think his motives is basically he want Errol Spence's that third fight. He don't want to fight Benavidez. He don't want to fight Demetrius Andrade. Because the Errol Spence fight would be bigger if Errol come back and beat Terence Crawford, especially in dominant fashion. It'd be even bigger. Now people say, oh, you should fight Terence Crawford. Well, apparently Crawford does, significantly smaller dude. He don't feel like he gonna get credit for beating on Crawford. I mean, I don't know when that stopped him before. Before John Ryder, Rocky Fielding, all those other guys. So yeah, I really don't know when that stopped him before. That's the crazy thing about it. When did that stop you from beating up somebody before? That's all I'm trying to figure out. When you start caring about what the fans said. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little crazy to me, but nonetheless, that's his prerogative. You know what I'm saying? That's his prerogative. So I don't really knock nobody for their preferences or what they got going on, but ain't no point in pointing out all the hypocrisy. You can point out hypocrisy in everything. That's why I always say in my statements, it's always exceptions to the rules and stuff like that. Because people be wanting to, well, you said he can do it. Why can't he do it? And a lot of those questions be real, like rhetorical questions, bro. Because people be knowing the answer to them. But it is what it is. People like to come in and cause chaos and be assholes. But I do truly believe that I do truly believe that I do truly believe that that's his agenda. And I think from a financial standpoint of view, it's the smarter thing to do. You know, you know. So I think it's the smarter thing to do. So, um, because I think everybody now look at Errol Spence's food. I believe they was talking about this on Coach Malachi's show, Rick Glazer. He kind of in the public might be the underdog versus everybody. So why go fight somebody for a belt at 54? Uh, you know, you know, that's my question. That's my thing. Why go fight the same? Fight another guy for short money. If you physically ain't there, y'all got to know Errol Spence moved down from 54 to 47 because he didn't look too spectacular there. So he didn't look spectacular there. So, but nonetheless, I mean, but I understand his motives. How about I say that? I understand his motives. I really do. He want to get Errol Spence's that third fight. And for whatever reason, he don't want to fight Terence Crawford. He don't want to fight Demetrius Andrade. He don't want to fight David Benavidez in that third fight. That's just not what he want to do. That's just not what he want to do. And at the end of the day, I mean, shit, it is. We can do what he want to do. Al Heyman gonna allow him to do what he want to do, and I mean, shit, I ain't mad at it. But is it a little hypocritical? A lot of hypocritical of him to tell a dude to take an immediate rematch, and the last loss he took, he didn't take an immediate rematch. Absolutely. But also, what makes it super duper hypocritical is that he one of the faces of boxing, and he dishing out bullshit ass advice. That's what kind of make it tough. So I mean, shit. In my opinion, I just think it's all motive based. He want that Errol Spence fight. Probably seen the financials for it. Knew it's gonna be an easy fight. Knew people was gonna tune in Dallas and say, especially after Floyd Mayweather. Now it might all make sense. Now Mayweather said, "Well, Spence should be at 60 or 68." So Mayweather planting the seed to still, get that fight to happen. It's all they all in cahoots, bro. Just listen to what they saying, man, and put it all together. They all in cahoots. So thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification. Christians get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9 piece.